Hello, everybody. This is Razzi from Spirit Blossom Psychics. Welcome to the week ahead with Razzi for the week of 3/29/2021. I hope that you've been finding my broadcast helpful. Thank you for tuning in and sharing this time with me. I greatly appreciate it. This week we're going to be using the Witch's Wisdom and the White Witch Tarot. And we're looking at the week ahead for 3/29/2021. It is a beautiful Monday, and there have been lots of encouraging messages from Spirit. I'm very excited to be here with you. You can find my contact information in the description. I'm shuffling now for the reading for the week. We're starting with the Witch's Wisdom Oracle cards to see what Spirit has to reveal to us. So calling angels, spirits, and guides. This is for all signs for the week of 3/29/2021, unless otherwise specified. Take what you will, leave the rest behind. I thank you. Please subscribe, hit the little bell so that you can receive all notifications from me. It's wonderful to be here with you. And we're just going to kind of shuffle here, see what pops out. Pull the bottom card, see what shows up. Intensification. Such a beautiful card. All right, that's going to be our anchor card, because anchor card for the reading, intensification. It has felt like an intensified week. There's been a lot of big energy coming through. I think people, it being spring, with the spring equinox being last week, with being spring, and people waking up. We had a beautiful worm moon 2 nights ago. It was just amazing. There's so much growth as we're moving into spring, so we're going to ask Spirit what they want to share with us. Angel, spirits, guides, please share with us what you've seen. Interesting. It's looking good, actually. Foundation. Any other cards, angel, spirits, or guides? Okay, thank you. Wow, this is an amazing week, my friends. So, let me see. What's the first? Now, as I said, I talked about our anchor card, intensification. Anything that we are reading with today from Spirit is automatically intensified. It feels more profound. It feels like you have can even be that you have a deeper experience with someone or something. And I know spring has Ostara, or spring equinox, has a lot to do with these feelings, because we're beginning to come out of hibernation and spring to life again. The first card that we get is responsibility. If you're weighted by responsibility, and the comparable card in the traditional tarot is a high priest or high priestess. If you've been feeling weighted down by responsibility, this week is a time to step away from some of the heaviness, to step away from being responsible for things that you're not responsible for. Own the things that you are responsible for, but if it's anybody else trying to get you to do things for them, or to step in and to take that burden from them, you don't have to do this. Take responsibility for your stuff so other people can take responsibility for theirs. So other people can take responsibility for theirs. This is such an important lesson for each of us. We all too often really want to take on other people's energy, and this is not a time to do it. This is a time to be responsible for yourself, to be self-aware, self-actualized, and to know that you have more control over your destiny through what you choose to take on. If you're taking on other people's stuff, you're not having time for your stuff, and your stuff could start to fall through the cracks. Spirit is saying of this is going to come back and hit you in a very challenging way. If you do scrying, if you're into shadow work, and this is a scrying mirror card, if it's essentially looking at the parts that are obscured from you, that you're not seeing, or that you're not willing to face. This week is a good time to step back from responsibility for other people, to go into your own shadow work. And shadow work simply means that you're willing to look at all of yourself, and that you're willing to be very self-aware of what is motivating you. Shadow work is in essence, at least in my way of thinking, of what motivates us, each of us, to do what we do. So being aware of why you're doing what you do, and if you're trying to break a pattern, and you're trying to have healthier relationships, or you're trying to lose weight, or you're trying to get that next great job, or whatever it might be, you have to face yourself 100% and know exactly, do an assessment of exactly where you are in order to progress and move forward. The next card that we get is Foundation. Your foundation this is a multi-pronged card, because we have foundation as in being home, and foundation of the physical body, taking care of the physical body, getting enough rest, eating the right food, getting enough sleep, like taking power naps, saying no. This is about self-care. You have to take care of yourself and know your boundaries in order to be able to live a fully actualized life. The intensity of the importance of this foundation, especially this week, and this will tie into your physical health. It will make you, if you are giving too much, you're going to feel drained and tired, and like you're impatient, and have emotions that are not something that you want to carry with you. We don't like to carry negative emotions. I don't like to carry them. When I do carry them, I look at what is causing it, and then I'm able to move forward from it and go, this is what's causing it. So what is the solution here? Next card we get is Fertility. This is not only for planting crops, but this is for coming together. This refers to getting the energy moving into Beltane, which is May 1st. Fertility, and then we have union. For some of you, this, and as in union, hand fasting. For some of you, or if you're trying to have a child, you're coming up into a time, Beltane, which is, as I said, May 1st, when it's a great time to bring it to get together to have a child. I also see, for those who are looking to not find love, but to anchor love in, and to get someone to commit to them in a way that has meaning for them. And a hand fasting, by the way, is for a year and a day. And after that, you make it binding and permanent. You have a year and a day to decide, do I really want to be with this person, or do we want to go our separate ways? There is an energy of union coming. This can also be the union between yourself and your spirit guides, yourself and the universe. If this resonates with you, please dive in and do the work. The next card that we have is the Book of Shadows, Secrets. Now, a grimoire, or Book of Shadows, is where you have all of your most potent, powerful aspects of you. Okay, take a sip of water here for a second. Just a second. Your most potent, powerful aspects of yourself. I firmly believe in my work, in my practice, and I've said this for years, never give away your secret sauce. Your secret sauce is connected to your success. It's connected to your prosperity and abundance. It's connected to your privacy. A lot of this reading is pertaining to healthy boundaries, privacy. There will be a lot of boundary jumpers this week, a lot of people asking to be taken care of, and a lot of people wanting to know your secrets. Don't be so willing to pass over to people what it took you so long to accrue. Sometimes it takes a lifetime to accrue, to have these, to cultivate these truths and these power ups and power points for you. There's a natural progression into success. Don't give away your secrets. Now we're going to use the White Witch Tarot, which is a really cool deck. And we're going to see what she has to say for us. Okay, we're going to put one card on each. And if you have any questions after this broadcast, please leave it as a comment. I welcome that very much. If you want a private session, my contact information is in this broadcast, below this broadcast. We get the star. The star goes with responsibility. If we step away from responsibility for other people's life, other people's issues, we are going to go through an intense and massive power up in our lives. We're going to find that we have more energy for ourselves, for our own self-growth, for our own advancement. Because for many of us, we've been trying and working at, and I say trying because that's a word that I hear a lot with clients. We have been moving towards the success that we want, but when we come close to it, maybe we're a little afraid of it. It's time to let go of fear, time to stop taking care of other people's issues, and to take this power up in the universe and really come into our own skin. Now, pairing with shadow work with the scrying mirror, 2 cards, Strength and the Hermit. This makes perfect sense. Strength, and I'll show you the cards here. Strength and the Hermit. It is important when you're doing shadow work to take time for yourself. It is important to pull yourself away from the busyness of life and so you can clearly, carefully examine where your life is going, where you're headed, what is and the key phrase here, what's motivating your actions and behaviors. You don't know that unless you're willing to look at the shadow part of yourself, the part of you that you may not be so pretty, may not be so pleasing, the parts of you that where you'd say if people really knew what I was like, they wouldn't want to be in my life. This is a shadow part of yourself. And if you examine this and you begin to cultivate some self-love, you have this wonderful energy of the star coming through going, hey, you know what? You believe in you. I believe in you. Let's do this. And your abundance and your success exponentially increases. But it's doing the shadow work is highlighted for this week. Not any particular day. Just make sure you have time and space to meditate and to draw in the information that you're supposed to be receiving and the things you're supposed to be working on. Crossing the foundation card, is Wheel of Fortune. If you are willing to put in the shadow work and to step away from responsibility, the Wheel of Fortune comes along and says, you know what? We're going to bless you again and bring fortunate events in your direction. But it is contingent upon you doing the work that Spirit has set out for you. Sorry, I just got a text message. I apologize. Okay, nothing. I don't need to address it. I was waiting for a text message when I started this broadcast. But if you're willing to do the work, if you're willing to put yourself out there and to say, you know what, I'm willing to face myself 100%, everything, every part of me, and it takes as long as it takes, you're going to find that you're more beautiful and brilliant and amazing than you know. For every there's two sides to a coin. For someone, if you are an introvert, you are also very likely a thinker. You like to think about things and process things. For every quality you have, there is a positive. What you consider to be a dark quality, you actually have a light quality to that. So consider that as you're going through your week. Remember, though, the big $1 million takeaway from this is, don't take on other people's responsibility. It's not your place, and it's keeping you from your own brilliance. And a lot of it's going to be coming to you this week. Next card we get is the Hierophant. Hierophant comes forward and says, with fertility, let your wisdom be vast and fertile, abundant, and use it. Use this to give birth to the better version of yourself. If you're trying to give birth to a child, of course, Beltane May 1st coming up is a great time to do it. Spirit is saying, looking ahead, but giving birth to the better version of yourself and applying the wisdom that you have gained from the challenges that you have overcome. Very, very, very important. Next, we have, with hand fasting and union, we get the moon. Look for the things that are underneath the surface. Be willing to, if you notice there's lobster claw hands, look at that. We have the faces above and the lobster claw hands below. We'll be willing to look beneath the surface before you jump into any kind of a union, whether it's business or relation or marriage or moving to the next level in a commitment. Be very careful that you are spending enough time and know that person well enough before you take that step, before you live with them, make that deeper commitment. Make sure that you know what you're really walking into, that you get as full a snapshot as you can of that person's energy. Is it that one? Thank you, Spirit. And we get two. With the Book of Shadows and our secret sauce card, babies, we get the Death card, which is rebirth, and Temperance, and it makes perfect sense. Do not give away your secrets. While you're going through a rebirth, and we have the rebirth card and we have the fertility card in the same reading from two different decks. This is also a pivotal and major message for you, because you are moving in through a very intense time. If you're more tired, if you find that you're more hungry, or that you have cravings for certain things that you didn't before, this is part of the intensity of the experience that you are undergoing right now. And remember, this is about the intensity, and ironically following the worm moon, which was beautiful and bright. It was one of the most beautiful moons that we've had this year so far. Know that you're on the right track. Spirit's got your back, and that you're in a huge learning curve right now. You're not just climbing vertically one or two rings on the ladder, you're taking an exponential cosmic leap, but you have to be willing to dig down, see who you really are, face that person, be willing to shift the programming so that you can become the best version of yourself. The universe has your back, and I know that you are going to do amazing things this week. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Razzi Lentz of Spirit Blossom Psychics. It is a profound pleasure to be here with you. If you like a personalized session, you can reach me in the contact information that's listed. I am offering free ASMR sessions through the end of March. Even if you book it between now and Wednesday, I will still honor it as through the end of March, with the goals that you're working on will pair with that and will amplify it. Thank you, my lovelies. I love you and I believe in you. Have the most fabulous week. I'm so glad to connect with each of you. Thank you for watching and sharing. Please do hit the bell and that subscribe button. Please leave your comments. Let me know that you liked it. And I will talk to you again next week. All right. I love you. Bye.